into what? Welcome into another edition of Off the Table. John Lunsford, Laurel Lunsford, Sean, Rockstar, Henniger.
Mm-hmm.
I was Alabaster City Fest.
Oh, we didn't get to talk about it.
No.
I heard it was a wild and windy time.
Only thing I saw from it, because I didn't go because we were getting ready to go out of town, was just like tents being blown all over the place and everything being thrown. I was like, I wonder if Sean's out in the middle of
Our
that.
set was we were supposed to be from 3 to 3:40, and the first band was at 2 o'clock to 2:40, and we were supposed to interchange after that 20 minutes to get a sound check and everything in. That band lasted till 2:37. They had 3 minutes left in their set, and we're on stage. They told us to be on the side of the stage, ready to move quickly to go for the next band. And some guy came out and just goes, "We're calling it right now. We got severe weather. We got lightning coming in." So they pointed to the singer who was singing his heart out and "Hey, stop." And so "Hey guys, y'all get into shelter now. We're gonna take a short break for the weather to pass, and we'll be right back." Only one band did not play at Alabaster City Fest.
Was it you?
We were there. It was so hot, but when we were leaving, I was like, it was cloudy, but then there was these, I don't know if they're giveaway bags or something, these little black bags for kids or something like that, and they were 80 feet in the air, flying. I was like, oh yeah, something's coming.
Pure carnage.
It hadn't started raining yet, but I was like, something's coming. So I think Will and Dayton do we want to wait it out? And I was like, no, because if this lasts for 40 minutes, we can't make up the time because there's a band at 4.
Yeah.
So there's no way they're going to be able to put if we're not on at 3, we're done. We're not playing.
Did it continue afterwards?
I saw stuff from the night. The night looked like it was perfectly normal. But
I texted the guy that booked us asking how it went, and he said it was pretty slow up until they got back on around 4:30 or 5 is when they started back up again. He said right in the middle of Five for Fighting, he said that's when this crowd really started picking up, and whoever the Parmalee and Maddie and Tay, the bigger acts, they said it was perfect for that. But he said it was slow going from 5 until probably about 8, and then it started really picking up. But when we were there, we could kind of tell the weather's not looking good. And
I didn't even think anything about it because, like I said, we're about to go out of town, so it's we didn't spend another day out there. I've been to City Fest before; they do a good job out there. But about mid-afternoon, I randomly saw a video. I don't know if it was James Spann sharing it or what, but it was just it was mass chaos. It's like a tornado went right through that lawn in front of Thompson.
A city of bounce houses,
I wonder where Sean is.
I was wondering, oh my God, those things, because they had a huge
Or
monster
we just looked
truck.
out, they were in the air.
Yeah, because those things fly away.
Like you had said, it would be afternoon. It was right about the time. I was like, I feel like this is about the time that Sean would be going on in the
only
air.
Only one band
and
did not
sure
play.
enough, it was. Because then I saw, after that, Sunday, and I saw on Facebook as we were traveling down Orlando, it's the nighttime stuff looked perfectly fine. It's oh, great crowd. Everything looked good. I saw tons of people sharing it. And it's I just wonder if he ever actually got to play or not.
What we're saying is our luck is continuing.
Yeah, so it's not just you guys. You always think it's things that around you guys. No, it's just me. And I double booked myself double booked myself for a gig 2 weeks ago. And I was like, well, I have to take this one. So I didn't have that gig. And then the gig I was supposed to have this Friday was rained out. And it's just.
Why is it raining so? Have you not noticed? I don't think it has. We have had one day where it does not rain. It rains every single day.
It rained nonstop.
June showers bring July's fireworks.
Big hurricane.
The whole time we were in Orlando, it rained too. It is just raining everywhere in the South. Although today, when I got out of the car, when I came into the office, there was not a cloud in the sky, so maybe today we'll avoid it.
Maybe there'll be one day.
It might have been rain when y'all came in. I don't know, but
it's hot. It's gonna be. It gets hotter. It's gonna be 88 today. Yesterday, the high was 85. It's crawling up. It's gonna.
I just feel like The Last of Us. I feel like a spore or something.
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm about to sprout a giant mushroom on my head.
Speaking of The Last of Us, real quick, did you not say that it was coming back for part
Third
2?
Season?
Yeah, but isn't they're splitting it 2? Did you say it was gonna be later this year?
No,
okay,
I don't know. I don't even think they've done it yet.
No, that's what I was going to, because I saw on Reddit people were I can't do this anymore. These things where they splitting shows up for 3 years and
It is a lot, especially because the actors are fairly young and they are going to change in 2 3 years.
They're going to have Joel back in it, so how they're going to make him, because
he's a busy man.
Yeah. So I imagine what they'll do is, season 1 was all the first game crammed into one season. Season 2 was the first half of the game through Ellie's eyes. Season 3 is going to be the second half of the game, or second third of the game, really, is all through Abby's eyes, because she's actually a playable character in the game. So she's going to be the main character, and they've already announced it, that Caitlin Dever, whatever, is going to be the main character in this one. And then they actually said they're going to make it a 4th season, because then there's a kind of a, it's not a epilogue, but it's kind of like a third act almost of the game that's down the line a little bit after the baby's been born and everything. It's kind of down the line. And that, because the Joel flashbacks are all throughout the game, like cut up,
Yeah.
and they put them all in that one episode, like second to last episode of the season this year. I think what they'll do is Pedro won't be a part of this next season at all, through flashbacks at all, but then there will be like one kind of cameo guest appearance towards the end of the final season, which should be the 4th season, the way they're talking about things. But the problem is they're going to do the 3rd season just like this. It's probably only going to be like 6 or 7 episodes.
Yeah, because people are just really upset about that.
Because the thing is, the season, the way I think it's going to go based on how they've talked, the 3rd season will end at the exact same point that the 2nd season ended. When they finally come together, they finally meet each other. When Abby and Ellie finally meet each other, you're just going to see what Abby's been doing all the way up until that, because, you know, a flashback to day 1 in Seattle. So I think you're going to see those 3 days through Abby's eyes, and she went through all kind of stuff. I know what the story is, I won't spoil it, but she goes through all kind of stuff to then get to that point. It'll end, and then it'll go from that point forward in season 4. So it's confusing, especially when you spread the game that people didn't like quite as much into 3 seasons as opposed to the first one into 1.
It's a really good show. I think it's well written and everything. It's just the pacing. It's just hard to like. I gotta wait 3 years for it. Like I've already forgotten almost everything for the damn House of the Dragon, and that was what, last year?
Well, Stranger Things has been what, 3 years?
Oh yeah, like that's. I mean, of course I'll watch it, but like I don't really have I'm not excited about Stranger Things.
Meanwhile,
I'm super excited.
The Bear
Watch one episode.
Oh, it's consistently out, and Only Murders in the Building. Week, I think. And Only Murders in the Building. It's consistently out every single year.
What's that guy's name? He's playing Bruce, the guy on the Bear.
Oh, Jeremy Allen White.
He was at a. Did you see the video of him like at a?
Where he's like, you look like Jeremy Allen White. He's like, oh yeah,
he's crazy. He just keeps walking off.
That'd be you.
Well, I would like. Actually, I am him. Like, why would you even like? That's me. You can I sit down with you and take pictures and stuff? Because he'd call all his friends. He's like, "That's crazy. I do look like him." And just walk off.
I'm ready
like Rockstar
for Welcome to Derry. That's coming out this fall.
Yeah, you showed me the trailer to that. That looks good.
I think that looks. And it's going to be. I believe they're going to have that into 3 separate seasons also, because I think they're going to go back for. I think the next one will be in 1930 something, and then the first.
They need to stick with the kids though.
That's what they will be doing.
Doing the grown up version is not good. Even in the book, like the grown up version, like God, it's kind of dragging.
But is this supposed to be one period back from the original
80s,
It?
yeah.
So it's like 27 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just one 27-year jump. It's not like
But then
back.
I think then after, if this one does well and they pick it up, it'll be like the 27.
They'll go back 27 years before that. It's weird going backwards, but I guess.
Well, I think the ultimate thing is you're going to see.
You're going to see like Pennywise's.
Because, he looks like,
beginning.
in the book, I feel like he looks more like a Ronald McDonald type of like bozo type clown. And then I feel like in the movies that they've done, the newer
I got a
versions,
bozo look from it.
that they kind of made him look like an old like French like circus clown. So I think they'll probably try to go back and have him looking like that. So
I'm not
sorry to get us off track, but I'm
not super looking forward to that one. But
how was y'all's travels?
It was good. So we went to Orlando.
Finally.
Last Sunday. If you know us, if you've ever paid attention to us, we go to Orlando a lot. We went to the new Epic Universe that just opened at the end of May.
We were able to pet the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. That was quite.
They have him in custody?
Yes, like he is. I think he's stuck. I mean,
he's in
I don't.
A prison cell. Yeah. Reach through a pedal.
That's what it feels like.
We got to meet Toothless, the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon, which that movie came out this past weekend. Got an early screening of that at Universal Studios. You can catch that at Pop Culture Life, our full review there. But it was. Here's the thing about Epic Universe. It's fun.
Okay.
There's a lot of cool stuff there. But it's very overrated.
Did it just open?
It just opened. Here's the problem. How to Train Your Dragon. Now there's 3 animated movies, and they just did the first one. It's been a success, well reviewed, made okay money. So they'll do a second one. I don't know if they'll do all 3 of them or not. So it'll have some legs for probably the next decade. And then I think it's going to fall flat on its face, and you're never going to hear about it again. It'll be a great memory, but like you still have some stuff going with a lot of franchises. You think about animated stuff like Pixar, like Toy Story's still going. Like there's certain things that are still going that you can kind of keep going with. Star Wars is still going. Marvel's still going. All these franchises. How to Train Your Dragon as a franchise is going to run out sometime within the next decade. So building a whole park around it, I think, is a mistake. Now it's cool. You have a roller coaster there. You have a ride where you get on a boat and squirt people with water and stuff.
Everything at Universal, Disney's not quite as bad, but everything at Universal, if they can't think of what to do, it's like, we got to get people wet. It's like, it has to be that we have to throw water at you.
I'm trying to think of kids are obsessed with Harry Potter. Kids are obsessed with Shrek and Toy Story. I've never met a kid that's obsessed with How to Train Your Dragon.
And look, they are great movies, and it is a good franchise. It just does not have that staying power. And
like
so
Cars, like kids. That's been since 2006.
meeting
Monsters,
Toothless
Inc.
now is great, but like it's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna have to change that at some point.
He did go down at one point, and there is. I liked the park. I think it was a lot of fun. I think you just liked it more than me. But the thing is, this park has no shade. Like I am
good.
talking.
The
Their
problem
sun
is
is beating down on you. But when he went down, they were very quick to the employees. What are they called? Not cast members, but I guess we can call them cast members
kinda
too.
cast members,
But
yeah.
they have like these blockades, like these,
they rolled out a bunch of these blockades so they could like bring a mechanic out there and open them up and
so
work
they
on
don't
them.
show like the little kids and stuff, see them like working on it. And some of the adults too. There were some adults that we like it, but like I don't think any of it's real.
Here's
Like,
the thing. Yeah, it's fun. Like obviously, kids think, oh, that's really Toothless.
Would you
and
do
all,
it
but
again?
No.
Okay.
But like, we're waiting in line. Here's what I hated about it. We're waiting in line, and it's a big attraction. Like that's probably the second most crowded thing, other than the Harry Potter ride, which is the first most crowded thing. But like, we had to wait probably. The wait said 75 minutes, but it went down for about 20 minutes or so. So I'd say we waited about an hour and a half to take our picture with Toothless.
and to talk.
That's the problem with the park is it's so crazy and crowded that like you can't do everything in one day. Plus, it was raining the whole time, so
a lot of the
half the
went
rides
down.
were shut down.
So there's
almost
nothing
the
else that
entire
you
day.
can do. So we're like, let's just wait in line for this. So
Look, it's cool to meet him, and it's cool to see the animatronic.
He is
it
very
really
sweet.
does look lifelike, and you can tell there's a guy like in a little booth somewhere, kind of controlling him and everything. But like, it's fun. But when it went down for about 20 minutes, we were at a turn in the line, like like, kind of go up and down, up and down. We were in a turn in the line, and they're like, "It's going to go down. We have no idea when it's going to come back. Feel free to wait in line until we come back up."
a lot of people left.
So a handful of people left. So what I did, we had been standing there. This was probably about 12:30, and we've been there since a little before 9. It's 105 degrees outside, so I'm a big dude who just wants to sit down for the first time in like the last 4 hours. So I thought, there's a curb where we rounded. There's a little curb right there with like some plants and stuff behind, a little garden, but there's like a curb. So I'm gonna sit down. So when I turn around and sit down, and the minute I sit down in my place in line, I didn't like walk way over there and sit down. I just sat down right there. Everybody thought, well, this guy's getting out of line, and everybody just starts jumping in front of us.
And I was just
And
sitting
so
there
I
like,
instantly
no.
jump up, and I'm like, hold on, I'm
It was
not
like
leaving.
Elaine saving the seats. Remember? Yeah.
It's like, I'm not leaving. And the thing is, they're all foreign and like don't speak English. And so they're all just standing in front of me. And I'm just like, what the hell are you doing breaking in front of me? And so I started, and Laurel's like, please don't say anything too loud because they're going to hear you. And it's like, they don't even speak English. They're not going to know what is going on. There's like, they're from all over the place. It's not just like one group. It's just a bunch of people start thinking, oh, he's sitting down. We can jump in front of him.
It was just probably like a difference. They probably just didn't understand.
Then instantly he comes back up and is operational. So they start doing the line again. And then there's what kind of, it's like mass chaos because he comes back up and everybody thinks we're re-queuing for the attraction. And I'm
attack.
like, what the hell is going on?
Y'all are describing as a panic attack.
I was about to lose it, but then we did it and it was fun. But the problem with the park is, so you have Harry Potter, which you already have 2 Harry Potter parks at Universal. So if you're doing the whole Universal experience, it's a little overkill. The whole area is like France, basically. It's almost like, are you a Harry Potter person?
I read the first 3 books. I've
So-
seen half of one movie.
So this is from Fantastic Beasts, which is like the prequel of everything. It's got Eddie Redmayne and Johnny Depp and all that. Anyway, it's kind of from that more than Harry Potter. You have Dark Universe, which I did not care about.
I liked it.
More
Like the
Laurel's
Mummy
thing,
and
but it's-
Frankenstein.
there's a ride about Frankenstein and Dracula. There's a ride
Although in
about
the ride, the one thing I was kind of confused about, and I mean the ride actually that's probably my favorite ride that we went on. I don't understand why the creature from the Black Lagoon was like wandering around on land in a cemetery. So this just doesn't fit. Like why?
Is that a guy in a suit?
I went through
animatronic.
I went through the queue with her. Look, I'm tall, I'm wide. There's a lot of things that restrict me from doing rides. I sat down on this ride, and it's like because it's a claw that moves you around and like goes up and down everything. So you have to have like the shoulder harness. And I sat down, and the top of it came to like right here when I sat down. Like it's supposed to come up and over your head,
Oh, no.
and it came to like right here. And so I'm sitting there, I was like, I cannot get up under this thing to even pull it
There were
down.
a lot
on
of
me.
tall people that were having trouble.
So like, there's a ton of tall people just sitting in the room with me, waiting for
they
our short
escort the
little
tall
lives.
they escort the tall people. They're like too tall.
Y'all can watch it on a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm a big guy, but I am more hindered from being tall than I am being big on most rides with different things. Like the Tron ride at Disney, I would love to do it, but my legs are too long to fit just for like a motorcycle, and like your legs have to fit in this little.
I don't know why they can't plan
cup
for something
thing,
like that.
And like I'm too tall. I'm only
Disney
I'm only
is usually
6'4".
Disney's actually pretty good. Disney World is like I feel like they were on top.
I feel like I'm
more.
not the tallest person in the world. There's a lot of people that are taller than me. I mean, 6'4". I don't know if that's like,
Abraham
oh my god,
Lincoln.
you're so tall. But like, I'm sure the average is under me. But still, it's a little weird. But anyway, I went through the queue, and the whole thing is Frankenstein, a little bit of Dracula. And she's like, the creature of the Black Lagoon was standing in a graveyard. It's like,
I
what the hell
just
does
didn't
that have to do with
I
it?
know
No
what-
Wolfman, no
Wolfman. He came
There's
out.
Mummy.
Curse of the Werewolf, which is kind of Wolfman. It's a roller coaster.
I think it's based
outside,
off the
but it was shut down
remember the
whole time.
Benicio del Toro one. I think it's based off that because people have
Well-
said the things in the queue remind them, and there's
That was supposed to be a new Dark Universe, was it not? It was supposed to be Tom
Remember
Cruise
Tom
as the
Cruise?
mummy, but
Yeah.
it bombed because Russell Crowe was supposed to be Dr. Jekyll.
I think that they should have had Brendan Fraser in the Tom
Yep.
Cruise one. Like at least have him make a cameo or
Yeah.
have something that
Passing of the
tied to
torch.
it. Yeah.
And I didn't think it was awful. It wasn't a great movie, but that seems like that's the last movie he's been in that's not been Mission Impossible.
But yeah, it's not my cup of tea. Laurel liked it
I
because
got a Frankenstein pretzel.
Oh,
It was so cute. And people
sure.
do you know what a Labubu is?
he brought it up to you last show, and I've already forgotten. Something you collect.
Well,
Little
it's not that I
ball.
collect them. They're just like
It's a little monster.
It's like a little monster, and I had one in my
Fred Savage.
bag, and everyone was like freaking out about the Labubu. They're like, "Oh my god, look, she has a Labubu!"
This
And
thing?
I was like, "OMG, stop!
Anyway,
Guys,
Go
I just want to do
ahead.
these rides. Stop.
Just calm down."
I don't care anything about Dark Universe whatsoever. Super Nintendo World was actually really cool. We went to the LA one, but this one's even better because it has like
you
a
would
whole.
have a
It's-
panic. You would
it's
have a
just
panic
about
attack.
Super Nintendo.
No,
Yeah.
you would be.
It's Nintendo,
yes,
but like,
it's-
so there's a whole Mario area, and it's like you're in a Mario level.
It's very
basically.
overstimulation. I was okay, but I could see how some people would like
It'd be a little much for them.
because it's just constant sounds, constant color, and just constant movements.
There's a Mario Kart ride that you put on like a headset, and it's actually slow moving, but it's like a
Virtual reality.
it's AR, like it's augmented reality. So like you kind of see a screen, but you're also like virtual reality kind of at the same time. Pretend like you're racing Mario Kart. It's kind of cool. There's a Yoshi ride that's like the people mover, but it is very tiny for me to fit in. And then there's a Donkey Kong roller coaster that like you think you're in like a little mine cart, and like you act like you're jumping off the roller coaster, but actually it's on a track below it. It's kind of cool
Let's
looking.
just
But
say we did most of
once
the
again, it
rides.
was shut down the whole time because it's outside and it rained.
We did most of the rides in the morning when they were open because I knew it was going to storm in the afternoon because that's just Florida weather. And I was getting some Donkey Kong ice cream, which was also good.
Yeah.
And
Frankenpretzel.
there was a huge lightning strike, and they had to shut down the rides. There were some very unhappy people.
Really, people usually
Very-
understanding about that stuff.
Very.
Yeah.
Because we were right.
Well, when you
There was a 120 minute wait, so 2 hours, and then they shut it down while everybody
and
was
there are
waiting.
people that
And
have
it
been
never-
waiting in
never
line
reopened.
for 2 hours, and none
I'm
of the
sure
stuff
our fans that wanted to see our band were the same way. Like, we've been
I
waiting
know.
here, camping out.
Does anyone
and-
ever have a sign?
No,
Like,
no. Because I'm a novice at this for Disney. Like, so if I buy a ticket to Universal, what's it called? Epic Universal. Does that get me all the rides, or I have
No.
to pay for each
Oh,
individual
no,
ride?
yeah, they get you all the rides.
everything.
But then you have to pay for your food.
But,
and
like,
all
you
that
Yeah,
just
stuff.
pay for your
pay for
food,
it, yeah.
souvenirs,
Yeah.
and all that. But so I would give Dark Universe like a 4 out of 10.
I give
I'm
it a
sure
10 out of 10.
Laurel
Oh
loved
my
it.
God.
I would
loved
Vast
it.
difference.
I would give Super Nintendo World a 9 out of 10 just because it's a little much, but it's pretty cool.
I would say it's a 9. I would say I don't think it's a bad park. I think it's weird how all the rides will shut down if there is light, especially living in Florida. If it rains or if there's lightning, almost
I
everything
give How
shuts
to
down.
Train Your Dragon like a 7 out of 10. I give Harry Potter like an 8 out of 10 because the ride was pretty cool. And it's just kind of here's the thing about Epic Universe. Once you go, so each one has a portal you go through. There's like a big portal and it's like colored based on like, so the Nintendo one's like green, like you're going into a pipe, you know. The Dark Universe one's like purple, weird, like fog and everything. The Harry Potter one's like blue, like you're going into this magic world. And then How to Train Your Dragon, I think, was like orange. But once you go through the portal, you feel like you're in a park of its own each time. So that's kind of cool. But the problem is, in between the parks, they tried to make a 5th park that's just made up. It's called Celestial Park. And there's like a carousel that's a massive dud. And
Everyone on the carousel, I wish I had a video of it, a photo.
Everybody was just
Everyone looked miserable.
going up and down.
Because it was mostly like adults and like a few kids, but that's just like one ride that like pretty much anyone can do.
I
And
guess because
everyone
like, well, we'll just go on this because
And
it's
here's
not
this.
crowded.
just sitting there and you just watching it go up and down.
and it literally is going up and down like,
Ugh, you're not selling it, guys.
and it was miserable. And we did it. And we're just like,
I
it's like
was so woo.
it's
I
like
was
3 minutes.
excited.
What kind of animals you get?
a dragon.
Okay.
Dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
But It's a massive carousel in the middle of the park. Then there's a thing called Stardust Racers that's like a roller coaster, like a dual roller coaster that went down most of the entire day. But it's so open in the middle of the park, they feel like they have to have tons of room between each of these 4 parks. And the truth is, everybody goes to a park, and the only time you're out in the middle is when you're going from one portal to the other. So there's so much room in the middle, and it takes so much walking to get from one to the other. They could have made that park half the size if they just cut down on the walking in between. And the thing is, there's nobody out there. So when you're walking out in the Celestial Park area, which is really just kind of the filler between the parks, like, it's like nobody's there. You're walking around, and honest to God, you can see 20 people total within your vision. The park was packed. It's just everybody goes to Harry Potter, then everybody goes to How to Train Your Dragon, everybody goes to Nintendo, and everybody goes to Dark Universe.
The impatient dad's like, we'll just go to Celestial Park.
Yeah.
And in the middle, it's just nothing. And so but the thing is, it's nothing with no shade, massive sunlight beating down on you, hardly any place to sit, hardly any place to escape from it. So you're stuck out in the middle of this massive open area, just roasting the entire time.
I thought we're making it sound negative. It was fun.
No, it sounds great.
It was
look,
fun. I feel
and
like
there's some cool souvenirs and stuff like that. The weirdest thing for me is Dark Universe, that like every souvenir there, they had every monster, so like Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman,
but
Mummy,
they don't
all
have
that.
the rights to like the original Universal monsters.
Yeah, and it's not
so
like the
they
original look.
A little similar, but also like you can tell this is
It's
not
like
the
saying
same.
we don't have the rights to Harry Potter for Harry Potter universe.
I mean, yeah.
This is Gary Potter.
But like everyone has like a t-shirt, a mug, a flask for some reason,
Tons of flasks.
and like stuffed animals, but it's all very brightly colored and just totally doesn't fit the vibe of like what they're trying to make it, which is like this dark universe. When you go outside, it's like dark wooden cabins and
Fog, lots
and like,
of fog.
I mean, would a
old-
kid be scared to go in it?
A kid would be terrified
A
of
kid
the
would be
ride.
scared of
the
that ride. The actual universe.
I'm not gonna
no.
lie. There was a father and son, because once they took John to the back, I was on the ride with a father and son, and the little boy, I thought he was screaming and crying the entire time, and I felt so
Would you
bad.
shut up? You're ruining this for me.
I felt so bad. I was like, "This is scary."
I
this
didn't
poor
tell you
child.
this while I was in the room waiting for Laurel because I couldn't fit on the ride. This family walked in, and it was a mom, dad, and 2 little kids, and they had a rolling suitcase, like a typical like you would carry on a plane or something like that. And they came to me because I was sitting right inside the door waiting for Laurel, so that way I could see her right off the door when she got done. And they came in and said, "Hey, can you watch this suitcase for me?"
Oh, no.
Like
You didn't tell me that.
that's the beginning of
Yeah.
something bad's about to happen. And I was like, "Oh no, my wife's about to get off the ride. I was just waiting for her." And it's like, well, "We're about to get on the ride. Can you just watch this for me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm about to leave. Sorry." And it's like, it's food. It's full of food. And I just
Wink.
I just don't want somebody to steal our food because we've been collecting food in here. And I was like,
that doesn't change the fact that I'm leaving.
It's like, I just don't, I'm just can't, I physically can't. I'm about to get up and leave. I don't want to sit here the whole time with my wife once she gets done with my wife. And so then some other woman walked in right behind him, and he's like, "Can you please watch this for us?" And she's like,
Security.
being weird. He's like, "Don't worry, it's food." And she's like, "Okay." And she takes it and sits there and is like watching this suitcase. And Laurel came in right after that. And I was like, "I'm getting out of here." I was like, "I'm not waiting for some explosion to happen." Or something.
I will say one thing that I do love about theme parks, especially ones that are big as Universal and Disney, is no matter how bad you think you look, like you will look better than 1,000 people there. And no matter how weird you think that you might be, you're going to come into contact with some grade A material that
I speaking
it's
of
kind of
which,
going to a concert.
I used to play at Redmond every Sunday for that brunch, and one day it was like Animal Con or something like that at the BJCC, and I remember there were some interesting people coming off the elevators to leave to go to this, and I saw a full-grown adult, I mean maybe in his mid-20s, boy with a anime life-size doll pillow.
Was it me?
And it kind of looks like it. But I'm just walking. I'm like, oh my! Like just walking like this is no big deal. I have this doll pillow that's full size under my arm. Just going to this, and I was like, okay, that sounds. I think I'm weird, but I'm not there.
Well, it's like when I
We
bought
should work with somebody. I can see it, man.
Yeah.
I bought like a little Stitch, like just a plush like animal, and because it was, I don't know, I had like the password discount, and I was like, oh, this is cute, something that I'll never use again.
Yeah.
But like you go to pay for it, and they're like, now be careful, make sure he doesn't run away. And I'm like, okay, like he's known to be very mischievous. I was like, Okay, but there's some people that would eat that up, and I'm
Why
just
would
like,
you let me buy them?
I was like, okay, and I was just like, can I just have it? It's like, no, you
Stuff it in your
gotta be
purse.
careful.
Well, you gotta be
Yeah.
careful with him.
Yeah, it's like it
You
is.
can't
like,
breathe.
It's like, okay, we don't have to do all of this. It's fine.
I will say, like, there's this hotel in New York that I've always stayed at growing up, and there's a bar at the bottom of the hotel. It's actually a couple stories up over like Times Square. But my mom would always want to go get a drink there before we'd like go to a play or something when we go on a family vacation. I was like, why do you always want to come sit in this bar before we go to like a Broadway play or something? And she's like, the people watching in Times Square is fantastic because it's just like, it really is a melting pot of like so many different people out there. You can see people getting scammed. You can see people lost. You can see people who know what they're doing and getting mad at the people that are being lost. There's just so many people down there that it's fun to watch. She's like, you need to learn like the art of people watching and like understand that. And I never really got how fun people watching is until we started going to the theme. I mean, I've been to Disney probably 6 or 7 times before I met Laurel, but now we go so much that like I was too worried about riding the rides, seeing the attractions, doing that, paying attention, only looking at like the characters and stuff like that. Now that's all old news. I just like watching the people. And
That's
like,
what I do in Vegas.
Vegas is a great place to do it too. I'm the same way. I do the gambling and everything, but like now I can kind of people watch. I don't have to take in the sights. But I do. That's what we do now. And there are, like Laurel said, no matter how bad you think you are, how bad you look, how bad you feel, how bad your life is, no matter what, there's somebody out there. There's a lot of people out there that are a lot worse. There's a lot of people out there that are a lot better. But you sit there and watch these people, and it's like, this is fascinating.
I feel like we're on an equal playing field, because it's like your makeup has sweated off, like everyone's hair is down, everyone's mid meltdown most of the time.
And look, I know people are looking at me and thinking the same thing. But it's just,
I know people are looking at me because you after some of those rides where you get wet, you got like the mascara running, your hair
I'm doused
is like,
in sweat. I mean, me out in 105 degree weather when it's been raining nonstop.
I'm ready.
I would probably give the park an overall grade of 7 out of 10. Which,
I would say 8.5 out of 10.
For what they did, 7 out of 10 doesn't sound very good. Now that 7
sounds
is
like
pretty
you
fun.
say 7.5 out of 10 in 2025. You say in 2027 it's going to be like a 3 out of 10.
That's the thing. It was fun. No doubt it was fun. I have a lot of cool souvenirs from it. I have a lot of cool memories from it. We'll be talking about it for a long time. I have zero desire to go back.
No.
Now they may add some stuff because everybody's been pointing like, oh, there's actually this empty room over here where they could add another
Poker
park.
World.
Or they can. I do think they'll have to change How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, God, I can't top anything with that.
Everybody's got sunglasses on.
Yeah.
And those damn green hats, that visor. Go ahead.
I just have no desire to go back until they change something, and then I'm sure we'll go back when How to Train Your Dragon World becomes, House of the Dragon World, or
then I'll be
they change Dark Universe or something. Because the thing is,
what if they had a Westworld?
Oh,
and you could participate. You can go
what
to Wild
if they had a Wild West world?
Oh, hell
and
yeah!
you could meet Will Smith, the actual.
No, Kevin
Will
Kline will be there. That's the only other actor I know that was in that film. I never saw it. I just know he turned down the Matrix for it.
When you're bored, look up. He's got a new song out.
I didn't watch the song. I saw it on. It's one of the lead posts in Cringe on Reddit right now. It's
not very good. And he's been doing press and talked about how he turned down the Matrix, he turned down Inception, and he turned down Django Unchained. And he's like, you just don't understand, especially with the Matrix and Inception, he's like, you just don't understand that like those mind-bending movies, they just don't pitch well. So I didn't know they were going to be good.
It's like Wild Wild West, you heard? It was like,
but somehow, like Inception especially, somehow it was good enough for Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Cillian Murphy,
Suicide Squad got pitched. Just like, yeah, okay.
Tom Bergeron. The reason he didn't do Django was because of the cursing. I think he didn't take as they saw all the F-bombs. He's done a big...
Have you seen Bad Boys?
Although he'll slap Chris Rock, but I don't know. But he didn't want to do F-bombs.
Yeah, he screamed F-bombs.
Justified, honestly.
Yeah.
On actual live television in front of people, but
still okay in my book.
Will Smith is a very interesting person. Look, I love Will Smith. He's a good actor. He's actually a decent musician. This new song, not so much, but
parents just don't understand.
He is
the Willennium.
He is a weird bird. You talk about people watching. He's somebody I'd love to just observe his life. Yeah, because I can't imagine how weird.
Maybe he's listening to this right now, and he'll listen to the next episode too. I bet because he was so intrigued by it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's our experience at Epic Universe. Sean's experience or lack thereof at Alabaster City Fest.
One day the two will combine.
And the tour, I think, pretty much concludes this weekend. We're in Chattanooga and I think Johnson City in Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
Yeah, Chattanooga's before.
Will you take a picture by the choo-choo?
Are you going to the...
We're at the some Soldiers Memorial thing.
What's it called? The Pickle Barn or...
Pickle Barrel.
Pickle Barrel. That's what I call it,
we're
Pickle
not.
Barn.
That used to be the Tivoli. We used to play there. We played another venue now, which is not walking distance of the Pickle Barrel. But yeah, like I don't know what we're gonna do. I have a friend that and his wife live in Chattanooga. They came to see us for the Fleetwood Mac show. It'd be nice to see them again. So I may go to lunch with them if we have free time after sound check.
And go to the Choo Choo.
And Johnson City is a good place. That's where Eastern Tennessee State is, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. So no, I'm not gonna go see the Choo Choo. Like if it's within a walking distance, I'll go
Why
see the Choo
did
Choo.
you have to shoot it down like that? Why couldn't you have just let me think that maybe you're going to see it?
I will
so
be conducting
abrupt.
on the Choo Choo.
We just stayed at the Choo
It's going to
Choo.
look like me on the Birmingham Zoo Choo Choo, but it's
Will you take a little, what are the things that the little whistle blow? And
Yes.
you'll be like,
all aboard sales. What's Michael Scott say? All aboard for sales.
on that note.
Yeah, so Chattanooga, Johnson City, finishing up the tour there with Jimmy Buffett. Is that going to be it pretty much for Jimmy Buffett?
We have a Pell City show in August, and then we have a random one in October in Greenville, Alabama. But this is the end of the tour.
Jimmy Buffett never dies.
So what's your next
I have
artist you want to do?
Want to do? I never wanted to do Jimmy Buffett,
They're
but
going
he's
to ask
grown
you
on
to
me.
do.
No, they're doing Yacht Rock next. I don't think
Will
I'm
you get
involved.
a tattoo that says it's 5 o'clock somewhere?
Over the one I already have?
With a big cheeseburger on top of it.
Yes.
With a palm tree.
A palm tree, yeah.
Y'all have seen me shirtless, haven't you?
The sunset is a cheeseburger.
See, now you're being an artist.
Oh my God. All right, let's end this before it gets too crazy. This has been Off the Table. Jon, Laurel, Sean.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey.